below.
Let's finish this biznasty.
You sound excited for attorneys.
A wee lawyer.
Oh my god. Well, that went by quick. Guess they ran out of budget for cutscenes.
Are we human or are we lawyer?
I fucking hate that song so goddamn much. It's complete chaos outside. Let's just say the Defiant Dragon supporters demonstrating for Dirk's freedom have taken a very special interest in the outcome of today's trial. Look about ready to string us up if we lose. Trials here are pretty much like the ones back home, but with one major difference.
I will keep reminding you of it.
The divination seance, victims' final memories will become a matter of deliberation. Heard about that. If you haven't stopped you from winning your cases.
Let us turn this case away ways.
True, but it wasn't easy. Still, the memories of the dead are simply another piece of evidence. There's always a way to deal with them if your client is truly innocent. And as long as the position does not fabricate
thinking by
shit.
360 degrees.
Digress? Good, yes. Well, I know Dirk is innocent, but...
Degrees.
Oh, man. Oh, one more big secret. Apollo, in court tomorrow. Find yourself faced with the truth. It's difficult to accept. Anyway. Here you go, just like I promised. Thanks, Maine. Wait, weren't you arrested by the police yesterday? Yep. Spent the night in a slammer. Had a fine meal, a shower, even a bed. What more can I ask for? That actually sounds way better than we were.
You will need to realize the fact that is true AF.
Just remember, AJ, if Dirk's found guilty today, well, I'll probably be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. At which Garan wants to take advantage of today to crush our revolution. The fate of the revolution and every Cranese person rests on this trial. I'm counting on you. No pressure. Ready. Let's go.
It's just the threat of death, nothing serious.
Let the trial begin. Ready, Your Honor. Alrighty. Trial will examine both the murder of Justice Ministering a Crane and the assassination of the former Queen.
Believe it.
First, I believe you should address the murder. Would that be acceptable? Dots. What's up, man? Yeah, sure. Whatever. What's with them? I'm very unlike you. Is mine elsewhere this day? Nah, I was just thinking about those beans. Alright.
He was just taking a nap.
Well, prosecutors at Mahdi, I would be remiss if I failed to voice a concern of mine. Hurt mentioned that you are the son of the accused. Huh. That's right. Is that a problem, motherfucker? Father being prosecuted by his own son, could one possibly deliberate such a case without having personal feelings? Sure, whatever.
It's
Yo, idiots. Do well not to underestimate this asshole. Does not want to allow personal feelings to interfere with the execution of his duty. It's not right. Whatever. See? So all you doubters sit back before you trip over your own idiocy. Piss off, asshole. Anyway, let's fucking get on with it. Oh, hey, Queen. What's up, man?
TCH, I won't hold back, Daddy-san.
That is so, what you just said is so unbelievably terrible on so many levels. Oh, shit. It would appear that Prosecutor Shimani does indeed have some reservations. No, that's not true. Did you truly believe you could deceive me, asshole? One should hold no reservations if one is to stand on these hallowed funerary grounds. It is clear we cannot leave this matter to you. Even though I appointed you as the dude to do this stuff. Whatever. We shall handle the persecution of enemy of the crown, Dirk Shimani, personally. But remain by your side and bear witness to a true prosecutor enforces the law. Is the Queen going to prosecute the case? Is that, you know, posture?
Oh no, the enemy has a co-counsel.
There's no need for concern. Before you were crowned Queen, we served as a prosecutor. Really? Oh, it was her, huh? Okay.
Convenient.
And heard she'd served as Minister of Justice, but she was also a prosecutor. Guessing she probably moved up the ladder from prosecutor to Justice Minister. Prosecuted that case 23 years ago, but no verdict was ever rendered. I had won guilty verdicts in every case until then. No lawyer could stand up to us. I lost for words to think I would once more bear witness to her eminence at the work in Hall of Justice. Our first trial in 23 years, no quarter shall be given to criminals, we shall persecute them. Okay, I don't really care, just get on with it. What the fuck? Why though? That looks so fucking. That looks like one of those Final Fantasy end bosses, you know. From the, especially like if I recall the one from Titus's game. This is talk about an extreme makeover.
Now we know she's evil.
It really does.
It's all coming back now to feel my blood pumping through my veins. Woe to you.
Titus's game had a dude, but he looked similar.
Dude, all the fucking men in Final Fantasy games look androgynous as fuck. I can talk. More annoying banter.
Some of them have bodily hair, so it's not all that bad.
Get on with it. What's wrong? It's like her mind's anywhere but here. Well, probably just stuff on her mind, you know? Well, still.
You're gonna need to psychoprobe her is what I am guessing will happen.
Get on with it. What do you mean psychoprober? Athena isn't here. Thanks for the flashback. Get on with it. I should just...
Oh, right.
Can I just...
Maybe she'll show up anyway.
It really must be the final case if Athena becomes irrelevant.
There we go, now I don't need to say it all the time. Would you care to explain? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime. Therefore, I deem no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. You and your bleeding heart, you seek to spare a father trauma of witnessing your father's death. Is that why you didn't? Nope, not at all. Simp, me? Me, little old me, whittle me. Really? Whittle me? Nah, it couldn't be. This case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence, so I believe we can reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance. You have a point.
The Queen really looks dumb.
Personally, I would like to spare her benevolence any undue misery. Experiencing the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear. She looked fine before. Like, she looked more than fine. She looked actually decent, but now it's just fucking stupid. Whatever. Can this trial truly proceed without a divination seance? Don't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand. Eminence, what are you feeling on your feelings on the matter? We shall not. Fools, spoiler with your feckless words of compassion. Listen up, bitch. I've spoken time and time again about how grown up you are now. You just fucking murder your own dad.
Child abuse, yay.
Again, this is another thing I hate about a lot of stories where they just make the villain so unambiguously a douchebag. It loses all value. It loses all interest.
And the Queen refuses to do it herself.
It's like, you know, characters are interesting if they're not just one trait and one trait only. But whatever.
But you are supposed to hate her.
But I don't wanna... like, hating stuff takes so much energy. Can't be bothered. Oh! Looks like Naina's still missing. It's been a whole day already. Dots, barbed head. Yeah, move my robe. Great. Been reduced to royal robe remover. It's like she's grooming Mr. Right to be Naina's replacement.
What if Nana can spirit channel?
Well, presuming Nana is previous Queen Amara, then yeah, sure. Eh.
Oh, holy mother, let the owl dance so that we may.
Jesus. Alright, here we go.
Holy mama.
Well, hey, at least I make new animations. Goodbye.
She got heartburn.
Heartburn sucks. Eat some lemons. Bailiff, bring the lemons. Ah, shit.
They really went all out with a budget for her animations.
You have any idea why
And here
Brunella's
I
collapsed
thought
so
they
suddenly?
wouldn't kill her off. I commend the developers.
I guess we won't get a divination seance then.
Last Pincer stated she could just fucking do it, but she probably won't. And she said she could go through with it. How very disappointing. Well then fucking do it yourself, asshole. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. This not the accused. It is indeed. I thought I would give him the
At
opportunity
least it
to
was
plead
very
his case.
dramatic.
Stop complaining and invest yourself into the story.
For true justice is more than a non-literal representation. Now then, get on with it.
I miss the old dude Owl Mask baddie from Leighton Ace Attorney. He was better.
It's been fucking 20 minutes and we're finally getting to the first cross-examination. Jesus Christ. I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. Next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. Lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I have no recollection of what happened in the interim. But I didn't kill him. At least, I don't think I did. I'd go against everything I believe in. I didn't explain fucking shit. For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon, well, of course. And since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it. We think, at least. Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you. Also, I just got an email, and I'm gonna read that real quick. Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there. Ha ha ha. Oh no, it's not an email, never mind. Seriously, Dirk, it's no laughing matter. It's exactly what Goran wanted, to have Dirk try to plead his case, only to fail miserably. How long can you go?
Delete the emails.
No. Behold his most unpleasant of spectacles, and let it be etched into your soul. It was actually a chat message on Hello Talk. I'm gonna look at that later. More meaningless banter. Show me the way. Second. Do you recall anyone putting a knife in your hand? I wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. I think there might have been a third party in the tomb, son. Yeah, because if you didn't
Bloody
do it,
Moifa.
then the real killer must have been there with you. Is there a third party in tomb when you were securing it? No, we searched high and low, we found no one with the sword. There you have it. Alright, they did search the place, but that doesn't really prove anything yet. I can't bear looking at her fucking face even. Looks so goddamn stupid. Wow, the game is even slowing down with the fucking... It's lagging. That's good.
Look at her swole biceps.
I'm gonna do that. She's wearing clothes though. Whatever.
Your 3DS is too weak. You need to buy the latest model.
I did. It is the latest model. It's a new 3DS XL.
Let's check her shoulder for any stray
with it.
bullets.
Days passed since the murder. Haven't you remembered anything in that time? The memory is a complete blank. It's as if that part of my brain has been scooped right out. Wait, hold on. Isn't it...
Did the knife even belong to Ducky, or did he find it on the spot?
Isn't it the case that when you channel a spirit, you don't remember what happens in the interim? But that would mean Dirk had been channeling a spirit. Or rather, Dirk got possessed by a spirit somehow. Something like that. Anyway. Guess that's what's gonna happen.
Seems so.
And even if you've no memory of the event, your guilt is without question. There is nothing more to debate. Getting one finger on, no motive. Lead a band of insurgents that seeks to overthrow the government. Would say that alone is motive enough to slay our kingdom's minister of justice. Declare countless times that I lead a bloodless revolution. And forbid violence and murder, even if some younger members may have a thirst for blood. Bloodless revolution. It wouldn't really have a motive in that case.
I thought possessions could only happen to untrained mediums, though.
Yeah.
Or am I remembering wrong?
No, you're remembering right. Which is what makes this confusing. But my idea right now is something stupid like, someone used the fucking spirit orb or whatever to channel
Only
the Holy
women
Mother.
can channel anyway, right?
Yes, but we don't know if... Well, that's only because only the women have, like, spiritual power and the men don't. But my idea is, like, someone used the orb to channel the founder lady, and then the founder lady bestowed him with spiritual power or some shit, and then he got possessed because he was something, I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Can you state that you didn't kill him more definitely? How can I, when I have no memory of what happened? Well, can you at least state whether or not you are a murderer? That I can do. I'm not a murderer, and I would never kill anyone no matter the circumstances. Do you have any evidence to support your claim? Evidence? No, can't say I do. In that case, you'll strike the statement I didn't kill him from your testimony. Wait, you can't just discard testimony like that. I mean, I don't want to cross-examine the defendant and all. Shut the fuck. I do whatever. Well, if you are the law, why are you even doing this at all? You could just execute him on the spot, no matter what. Doesn't really matter. Like, I mean...
Gotta humor the people.
Objection!
Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated, because I can show how there might have been a third party in that
at
tomb.
this time, I guess.
Oh, how
I
very
suppose it'd take
fascinating.
work to get rid of the law later.
Oh, how very
Never
fascinating.
mind.
He did the luminol test at the crime scene, and we found a blood stain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I'll remind you that neither Dirk nor Miss Faye were injured during the incident. The thing is, this blood stain we found had been wiped up by someone. Who would have done such a thing? That's the big question, isn't it? Who wiped up the blood, and why? Thinking about it logically, it must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime. And to whom do you suppose the bloodstain might belong? The bloodstain belongs to... the real killer. Bloodstain belongs to the real killer, of course. Whoever it was, they were probably shot while they were attacking Minister Inga. Since their blood would give them away, they had to wipe it up. I say this because we know for a fact that the Justice Minister fired his gun in the tomb. The memory of Flea was nowhere for anyone to hide. This is too is a known fact. Yes, so what?
Objection!
But a blood stain from a third party means there must have been someone hiding there. And tell me this, where was this third party hiding? Oh, crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. If there was a hiding place, it would have to be somewhere no one would dare look. Oh my god. Have your answer, defense. There we go. There's one place no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard, and that will be inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now, it's locked up tight. None would find you if you hid in there. I'm told that it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within, but if someone dressed warmly enough, they could withstand the cold for a short time. There's a sacrilege. Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed will be cursed. But that's just it. The killer knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus. True, the guards were so scared of being cursed they wouldn't even touch it. And when the coast was clear, the killer made a quick escape from within their frigid confines. Well now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture. Defense requests a DNA test on the bloodstain. And then we'll see just who the real killer is. Bow your head and kneel, lawyer. Lay your head laid far from your shoulders. Oh no. Wind. How frightening. All I did was request a DNA test. There is no need to request such a test. Or guard, bring it forth now. Here you are, Your Eminence. The police have already identified the source of the bloodstain. Blood is of the traitor Dirk Shipmati. What? Dirk wasn't injured. So where did his blood come from? Maybe coughed it up. Dirk's illness. Still, there was a lot of blood. Did he have really coughed up that much? Did he wipe it up to hide his failing mouth? Dirk. It's really not bad. Aw, shoot, you got me.
There was blood in his stool.
God. No.
You betrayed the law.
I'm so fucking bored of this. Judge is getting replaced. Wow. That's cool. You know, if I was like a dude in the gallery, I sure would think that this is a good thing that's happening, and she's totally not just rushing things to hide some facts. You know. Okay. Cool, that means the game's over. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Cool. Bye, guys. Alright, we're done. Man, can't believe it was this easy. Rest in peace, Phoenix Wright. Means there's no more games either. That's good.
Good job. Thanks for stream.
Yeah. See you guys.
Judge is getting replaced by a worse version of him. It's investigations all over again.
Anyway, this is very boring.
Objection!
You didn't even give me a chance to rebut. How about the timing of Inga's murder? What? This whole case is built on a single premise. That Inga was murdered after Dirk entered the tomb. And what if that's not true? Thank you for our assumptions are all wrong. This might work. Don't keep us waiting, defense. Dirk became the prime suspect because it didn't seem probable that there was a third party at the scene of crime. Here's another question we should ask ourselves at this time. Was Minister Inga really killed after Dirk entered the tomb? But setting aside the assumption that the murder occurred after Dirk arrived on the scene, opens up the possibility of a third party committing the crime. The question before us is, when was Mr. Inga really killed? Oh my god. Isn't it possible that before Dirk even set foot in the tomb, Minister Inga was already dead? That would certainly make the possibility of a third party more probable. I, of course, fell unconscious right after I entered the tomb. Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had a clear line of sight to his body from the entrance. Means you wouldn't have noticed his body
right,
either way.
if they were kept cold, like in that earlier case.
This scenario is entirely possible. So we can't rule out the possibility of a third person committing a crime. I see. Well, that certainly does make sense. Very well, so I'll play along with whatever game you got there. We're starting to get quite bored of all this. I could do with the distraction. You don't say! You don't say. Really. I could do with the distraction as well. But, let's see. What can I distract myself with? Let's see here. I don't know. Any ideas, guys? Maybe we could play better video games if they really tell us to. I mean...
How about playing a game?
Playing a game? What? That sounds great. Hold on. Where is it? Oh man, Minesweeper isn't installed. What the fuck? Do I really not have Minesweeper on here? That's disgusting. Yeah, I guess I don't. Wow, that sucks. Well, I guess I don't have any games on this computer. Gotta keep on doing this then. Poor Judge. Anyway, I hope you're feeling better, dude. Must I perform the divination seance? What? Oh, no. We merely require your testimony this time. Could my testimony be of any value? What? Seems pretty pressed. What she's been through, summoning her again is like rubbing salt in the wound. Being unable to perform the seance was probably the last straw. Hope she doesn't pass out again. Prosecutor Molly, may I ask you something? What's up, dude? Been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me? Where did you hear such a thing? From Mother. And only yesterday. If I was carrying on about telling the truth to the people. So I told her what truth really was. What it is up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. Be as it may, your benevolence, it has no bearing upon her trial here today. Though there is no need to let it trouble you. I know. Ron told Rafe about something other than Amara's status. Sounds like it, but what could it be? It's not like she's... Rafe oddly fences proposed something preposterous. Don't not think your father was already dead when Dirk entered the tomb. Well, I believe you can prove them wrong. Are you prepared to do what it is you gotta do? Are you prepared to do the thing that you have to do to get the things done that you have to do? By you. On the day of the murder, I was gazing upon the courtyard from the second floor veranda. Second floor basement. Around 2:30 p.m., I saw my father heading for Amara's tomb. Then, about 2:45, I saw Barbed Head and company enter the courtyard. Saw no one going in or out of the tomb after my father entered. Yeah, but that time is still plenty to do the thing and the thing-thang-thong. Anyway. Now that's the location from which you saw your father in about 2:30. Yep. Shortly after that, you people arrived at the royal residence. After the minister entered Amara's tomb at around 2:30. No one went in or out of there, and the murder was covered. The tomb is close to outsiders, and no one could have snuck in before the murder. Yes, they could have. We've proven this time and time. It's fuck off. That will totally rules out any possibility of third party. Totally. Now hear ye, hear ye. Just fucking do it. Judge is starting to get tired of this bitch.
Hold it!
Did your father seem different or troubled in any way? Let me think. Oh, there was one unusual thing. There was? Yes, a shriek emanated from within my father's quarters. After which I witnessed him bolt outside, his countenance drained of its usual color. Dreamed him he was looking pale? What do you suppose happened? I don't know. Perhaps he had a bad dream. Maybe it was a nightmare about being raked over the coals by the Queen. believe it is. Like to add her testimony. We don't even get a choice this time, but okay. Must be really important then.
Hold it!
And why do you think he screamed? Was he surprised by someone who didn't belong there? Did anyone else come out? I didn't see anyone else, just my father. Satan was seriously lacking in conviction. Press on this. Press harshly. Kablamo. Your benevolence! Let's have some details. More the better. Details, you say? Yes. For example, are you sure you didn't see anyone in the royal residence before 2:30? Kablamo. Well, is that a yes or no? Been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2 yesterday. Yet I saw no one other than my father. Oh, if only I had stopped him then. Think you struck a nerve, or rather obliterated one. Yeah, pressed a little too hard. Still, that last statement seemed a little off somehow. So you didn't see anyone except your father in the courtyard after 2 p.m., huh? Please add that to your testimony. Yeah, bitch. Albie saw you, motherfucker. Oh, or you should have seen Albie's dog.
Objection!
Your benevolence. You're covering for someone, aren't you? Huh? Oh, what are you talking about? Well, the thing is, I have a statement here that you might find interesting. It's from a witness who claims that around 2 p.m. his dog got loose and ran into the palace courtyard. And that's when the little fellow stole this hat from someone. Ah, that's Nina. I mean, nothing, never mind. You dumb bitch. Seems the princess made a blunder. So let me get this straight. This is Nana's hat, which means she had to have been in the royal residence at around 2. So then you had to have seen Nana sometime after 2 p.m. yesterday. Please, your benevolence, tell us what you really saw. Yeah. This, as you say, Orned. I saw Nana. I saw that dingbat dog steal her hat from her in front of my father's residence. I knew it. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Because my mother told me not to. What? You can't explain, Your Eminence. For it is of course, always no relevance. It's always no relevance. You don't get to decide. Proof that is relevant to the case at hand. I already did. Please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Nana. Alright. When I saw that dingbat dog attack Nana, I ran to help. Raced from a second floor veranda down into the courtyard. Means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard. Yes, but only for a moment. This is crucial testimony. You took your eyes off the courtyard. It means somebody else could have entered the tomb without you ever knowing. Ah! Your benevolence. Are you sure no one else was there? Oh, yes. Hiding something again. What about Nana? Were you able to help her? When I got down to the courtyard, Nana was gone. Gone? Yes, never saw her again after that. The dog ate her! The dog ate her! The dog must... The dog ate her! I seriously doubt that. But how could Nana simply disappear while Rafa wasn't looking? Rafa must know something. Only question is what? You have any idea where Nana disappeared to? What do you
He
mean?
must have been very hungry.
Well,
It
during
might
that
just
time,
turn
you
out
took
that
your
the
eyes
dog
off
ate
the
her.
courtyard. Someone could have had it into the tomb, and it just so happens that Nana disappeared right at that moment. No! Wait, you think Nana had something to do with the murder? What? I never... No. Never would have thought that. What? 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 First my father and now Nana. These were the people I trusted most. How could this be?
Objection!
Cause your mom's a bitch. Or you're supposed to be mom. Nana did not enter the tomb, that much is certain. How can you be so sure? Nana's hat was stolen. That crazed cur spilled an urn full of water. Is that not right, Yafa? Sure, whatever. Well, that thing Mad Dog was tugging on Nana's hat tipped over the urn. The bottoms of her shoes would have been soaked with water. If she had truly headed into the tomb with wet shoes, she would have left shoe prints along the way. Could have also just taken off the shoes and walked in her feet. You know? Then never did go into the tomb. Instead, she entered Madison's private quarters. How you know? Quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nana. That's right. That's worth the night. I'd see some shoe prints in there. Nana could possibly have gone into two. We're not supposed to let party at a crime scene is but a figment of the imagination. Yeah. Excuse me, but your benevolence, what time was it when that dog attacked Nana? I believe it was about 2:15. I see. Hollow, if Nana entered Inga's private quarters at around 2:15 and Inga came racing out around at 2:30, if isn't screaming, then I know what you're getting at. That might explain his scream. Would the defense please share your theory? Certainly. Mr. Ingot screamed because maybe he was attacked by Nana. This would make the Justice Minister's private quarters the real scene of the crime. Mrs. body was found in the tomb, though. No suggesting the body was moved. Well, apparently it doesn't matter. I understand if the scream was in reaction to Nina's attack, but Inga died in
Always pick does not exist.
We need to explain how those two realities could coincide. How are we supposed to do that? Oh, maybe.
Maybe where he was stabbed and where he died were two completely different locations. What do you mean? Let's look simply as possible. Mrs. body wasn't moved. He might have been stabbed by men in his private quarters, but then died in the tomb.
I see. On the one hand, that seems plausible, but on the other, it seems decidedly implausible. What is that fool blabbing on about now? Is this a riddle? Only he himself does not know what he means to say. In all likelihood, it was a poor attempt to confuse us. We should simply ignore it.
Objection!
I wasn't finished yet, you fuck. The autopsy report never stated that the minister's death was instantaneous. So he could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed. Are you suggesting he ran all the way to the tomb with a knife sticking out of his back? Oh, that's the gist of it. Sure, when this Stringen saw Nana with a knife, let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee, right, and that's when he was stabbed from behind. Well, that's my theory, hold water. How dare you bore me like this? Hey, that's my line. Game, that's my line.
A normal person would have noticed due to the excruciating pain. Now hold on.
I almost forgot Naruto was here, so I guess he has to do some ninjutsu now.
Yeah. In this case, to work normally that we should empathize. A politic, another look at the court record. There must be something like painkillers in there. Too bad I can't take those. I would love them right now. Very well, please present your evidence. I didn't just ministering on notice that he had been stabbed.
Take that!
Ah, those are my father's painkiller shots. Spence will explain the significance of the evidence. Stringer suffered from terrible back pain, so he often injected himself with these. We're told that one shot in the back would make all his pain go away. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me you didn't know about these, motherfucker. Mr. Stringer was stabbed in his back, close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Therefore, it's entirely possible that he hadn't noticed that he'd been stabbed. What? And then, are you suggesting Justice Minister really ran off with a knife protruding from his back? I am. So then, when I saw my father, he had a knife sticking out of him? I mean, with that cape of his, I couldn't see his back very well. Yes, the knife was there, it was just plunged in so deep you didn't notice under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. Murdered by Nana in his private quarters. Holy fuck! Are we dealing with the living dead here?
Oh, technically, it wasn't dead yet.
This is how painkillers work, right?
Mm-hmm, totally. Well, you know, since it's not just a painkiller, this is a local anesthesia that she's doing, which does kind of work like that. I assume it's the same kind of deal as when you're doing, you know, when you're going to a hospital to operate and they're doing a local anesthesia, then it just numbs the nerves at that point. So you could technically stab yourself and like cut yourself up and you wouldn't notice. So yes, it is for once how things work. Once ministering arrived
Fair
at the tomb,
enough.
he could have removed the knife and dropped dead from blood loss. And I killed my father. It must be some mistake. Benz would like to call Nina to stand. Alright. Well, there's no real proof, but on a tangled web of expedient lies. Can no longer tell fact from fiction. Or what shall I believe in now? Sorry, dude. Oh, don't just confuse you, but gotta do stuff. This is taking so long. Just when I thought we'd blown this case wide open, well, there's no turning back now. No, I should desperate to prove the accused innocent. You do? Yes, because he faces public execution and prove no shit. Wow, are you smart? Are you fucking smart? Wow. Nobody ever fucking thought of that. Wow. You're a dumb bitch. Simple fact is, I've always believed that Dirk is innocent. Bah. So you cling to your pretense? Very well, I shall offer you a bargain. You would admit that the accused is guilty right here, right now. I'll overlook your crime of abetting him and will not be subject to execution. This is some sort of joke. Far from it. As Queen, I have the power to grant pardons, even to criminals like you. I have on my hand, I can even reduce the severity of a sentence. Perhaps even for Dirk, should you be willing to cooperate? She wasn't kidding when she said that she's a lawyer. To flaunt that power in our faces like that, that's just wrong. Yeah, I'm sure she's making a real good impression on her people right now. Oh, well, you abandon your defense. Also, why would you do this now?
She's
What
Dread.
are you afraid of? No, Dread is... Don't you dare insult Dread like that. Continue to fucking defense, you dumbass. Nice try, asshole. You don't kowtow to threats like that, you shit.
I am sorry.
I'm sorry, I can't back down now. I want to drag you into this, so... Don't worry, I'm with you, Pollard, to the bitter end if need be. Well, I can't say I'm used to it. This isn't exactly my first rodeo. Oh, yeah.
Why didn't you
You
take
kept-
the deal? You could have beaten the game.
Could have beaten the game fucking forever ago. If we wanted to.
Apoyo. Flashback to Phoenix's first rodeo.
Keep on fighting, Apollo. You'll hear no objections from me. You idiots. You'll die if you lose this case. Why would you even entertain the notion of continuing? Believe that Dirk is innocent, that's why. And besides, trials exist to give the truth a chance to get out into the open. Don't give up just because you're afraid of some punishment. Even if the punishment is death. That not frighten you, Hornhead? Who wouldn't be scared? I mean, just thinking about it makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my client. Can't just abandon that. Oh my god, duties. I can understand that. Yet I...
Let's get that
Heavy
seance
burden,
finally
alright.
then.
Aoife looks like she's really struggling. Thanks for showing this again.
Knees weak, palms sweaty. Get on with it already.
Nice.
I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accused's guilt. Unless defense preferred evidence that would indicate a
These
different
flashbacks
suspect.
really take me back. Such good, happy times.
Mm-hmm. Wait, there needs to be... Oh god, I'm fucking it up. Ah, Jesus. Hold on. The fucking snapping is annoying. Or shall I have the execution start his preparations?
This is art.
Thanks, man.
That's a paddlin'.
At first, I have some serious thinking to do. Oh my god, you gotta think in this game? That never happens. Say the new evidence is not a different subject. Does not exist. Such evidence does not exist. Also, hold on. I was hoping you present meaningless evidence and allow me to claim your head. But I didn't walk head first into that one then. So what now, Paulo? And unless we can prove that Nina killed Inga, this trial is stuff. Isn't there still a way to get the proof we need, even without evidence? What is this devilry? You know what key means of obtaining testimony here in Crayon? Oh my god. Wait. Are you suggesting? Dude. What? Dude, like what? Certainly won't be easy, but it's worth the try. Your Majesty, a crucial step in uncovering the truth behind this case is yet to be taken in this trial, but I'm positive that I can back a claim with this one step. And you will be able to prove that Nana killed Justice Minister Inga? Just how you propose to do that? With the help of a certain someone. Need a help? From someone? What? I can't imagine who that be. Suppose of us task. Whose help do you need to uncover the truth? Trucy right! She's gonna magic her way out of this one.
Take that!
But that's... me? Little old me? Me? I never done anything. Come on. I never did anything. Come on. Can't be me. No. Nah. Can't be me.
Trucy is gonna help us with her magic panties.
Yes.
Should have requested Ema.
That requires your benevolence's help. Such information is just as vital as any other piece of conclusive evidence. You're right about this. Hey, Frost Power should be able to enable her to see her very moment you're stabbed in you. Hard to watch your father's murder. It's the only way to uncover the truth. Kablamo. Benevolence, we need you and your power. Eva, I need you.
Objection!
Objection!
Princess said she was
Why
prepared
not
earlier.
try channeling Nana if case she's dead?
Besides, it's your duty as royal priestess. I'd say it's all up to her now. Am I prepared to fulfill my duty? Oh my god. Hold on for a sec. How do I do this?
Ask the Queen to summon the victim.
Indeed, it would be problematic. Under Crayone's law, seance must be conducted before verdict can be rendered.
Insolence!
Yikes. You must try my patience, so... Yeah, my question, dude. I must dispense with that vexing lot and dispense with it if it shall. Huh? As ruler, sovereign of Crane, I proclaim the following. Henceforth, the divination seance shall be optional. What? That's about to do that? Wow. Governments without, like, long
writes fast.
Long times where people just talk about things sure suck. Still wish we had a democracy with, like, huge amounts of bureaucracy.
Did she write with her fingernails?
She just rewrote the law with the flourish of her hand. You wanna wait for the trial to end like this? This is defense that I must not neglect my duty simply because I'm afraid. Whoops, I pressed the wrong things. I'll conduct the seance once more. You dumb bitch. This is gonna be my downfall. Why would you defy me? What? There we go. Do not be fooled by his lawyer
Save it
guy.
just in case.
You are not prepared to witness your father's death. But he needs my help. You not tell me earlier, did you not tell me you were prepared? Despite your grounded posturing, you collapsed in the most piteous fashion. Even worse, you have erred in your insides of late.
Be prepared.
Or has not the barbed one there returned more than once? Can I be trusted to keep your word, nor can you reveal the truth through your insights? So I say to you, fuck off. Worthless. Wow.
It's not like I want to help you or anything.
How can she say that to not her own daughter? So you think me worthless? Wow. Pretty straightforward way of saying that.
Objection!
Her benevolence says she can do it, doesn't she? So I don't see why you have to condemn her before she's even made the attempt. Thoughts? Well, whatever. However, should Rafa fail once more, you two and the accused shall be executed on the spot. Okay. This is proving me far more entertaining than I anticipated. Why didn't I always do this, like randomly threaten to execute people? This is so much fun. I am truly interesting. What do you say? Will you wager your life and call on Ray 5? Yes. I don't think you're worthless, your benevolence. Far from it, in fact. If you say you can do it, then fucking do it. Just do it, Nike. If I fail, be put to death. I don't give a shit.
We should have killed all opposition where they stand instead of having trials.
Yeah.
The game will decide this outcome with a coin flip.
Can't even imagine how terrible it must have been for you.
But despite that, you're willing to try again? Faith in that conviction. My courage. Oh! It was doomed to fail if she didn't have the courage to perform the seance. Looks like she's got determination to try again. That's a bet I'm willing to take. But it's my dad.
Objection!
Bitch, I want to take stock in those words. About what your mother says, I don't think you made any errors at all. The trials have been part of your crown. I would have never proven my client's innocence without your seances, because even though they didn't always reflect the absolute truth, the insight they provided served as vital leads to finding it. Vital leads? My seances? My seances? What? Can't believe it.
Objection!
Hey, bitch. Don't do this. Mom, why are you always such a downer? Said no, Mom, from the royal priestess. Even if you don't need me, or that is all justice too. He proved that to me by risking
Go
his
to
own
your
life.
room. You're grounded.
It's because of him that I now understand that you're a bitch. I mean, this whole no matter the risk thing is romantic and all, but it's real fucking stupid. Like, being able to properly judge risk versus reward is kind of like important. And being a yes man is actually really fucking stupid, but whatever. I don't even know who or what to trust anymore. Even Nana believed in them above all others, but finally know now I can only trust myself. Except for when you can't. I'm really proud of that get on with it art there. It looks so good. I just wish it was like maybe it had even more oomph than it does right now. I feel like it could be even stronger than that. Oh, it's my sacred duty. I must ensure that this is fulfilled. I must have the courage resolve to see it through. I see no grounds for you to forbid it, unless, of course, you're worried that it might reveal something you find inconvenient. How about that there, motherfucker? Mom, fuck you! You would actually rebel against me, your mother and queen.
New animation. Nice.
Oh shit, that's some good stuff. Hold on for a sec. Oh shit. Hold on. Yeah. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Wait. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, okay. Hold on. Where is it? Does this still play the GIF or not? Yes, it does. Okay, good, great, amazing. I'm scared to see my father's death. I must face the fear. That is what Hornhead has taught me here today.
I am the royal priestess Rafa Padma Kurain,
Some quality animation.
Wow, she just threw it on the floor.
and
Amazing.
I am prepared to face my father's death.
Your Eminence seems the princess is more grown up than you thought. If, amazing. The victim's final moments. This should be interesting. I wonder what Inga's memories are going to show us. I can't stop laughing about this.
She'll finally just do it.
O Holy Mother, we hold this
Yeah,
divination
yeah.
of the Ao dance so that we may
At least it lets me
My
skip
daughter,
this.
you are still a baby. You're gonna keep chuckling through the whole stream now.
Yeah, probably. Oh, this looks pretty good for us. Gotta say. Ugh! What in the faceless being?
That's a lot of blood on Dork.
Fuck. His face, it's just like picture of the founder.
Someone triggered a bomb.
I think that's the last thing anyone expected to see. Father, what was it? What was it you saw? Were you to understand that this was the last thing the victim saw? Yep, can be no mistake. That was what my father himself witnessed. Not very strange, I don't suppose. The Holy Mother possessed accused to slew Minister Inga for planning a coup? Well, hey, you're catching on. Holy Mother, we're ever grateful for your blessings. Talk about a sharp left turn in the Twilight Zone. You know, there's one thing in there that caught my attention. Still laughing. That laugh. Who does it belong
Holy
to? Why are
Mother
they
wore
laughing?
Dork's clothing. Incredible.
Who knows? Though I suppose it could be Dirk after he slew my husband. Uh-huh. I figured I didn't even have a mouth. Oh. Think we're done here. How so? Claim that Minister Inga was stabbed in his private quarters. And feeling no pain went to the tomb where he eventually fell dead. But this sound's vision proves he was stabbed in the tomb and felt great pain no less. Oh, that. Was the accused who stabbed the minister in the tomb. Wow, Ron has the devil's own luck, doesn't she? Doubts. Now then, I shall give voice to that soul of the deceased. Listen well and edit these words. I can't stop laughing at every time I glance over there. It just kills me. At around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange.
Stop it.
He was drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother. Grape juice, yeah. Wait. He had alcohol. Why are we back to grape juice now?
You're welcome.
He had been waiting vigilantly when suddenly he heard Dirk's voice. Next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. Father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed, and the attacker let out a laugh. So what now, Mr. Wright? It's up to us to knock holes in Ray Fuzz's interpretations of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove
We
that our
were
understanding
drinking
of them could be
non-alcoholic
mistaken.
sake before.
Oh, right, yeah. Actually, they talked about alcohol in specific, but whatever. Third frame. Sound.
Objection!
Your benevolence, there seems to be an inconsistency in your interpretation. Where Minister Inga is far too relaxed for what was supposedly about to take place.
They probably just wanted to reference the old trilogy and write grape juice.
I guess. When he heard the voice he claims Dirk's, he didn't seem the least bit alarmed. He just kept looking at the picture of the founder. Ah. Blammo. That's strange, right? He was waiting for Dirk to arrive at the founder's orb. But when he heard that voice, he didn't even turn to look. Don't you think he would have been worried about being attacked from behind? And whose voice was it?
Oh wait,
likely
it was
someone
on
whose presence
Apollo
wouldn't have
Justice,
alarmed
not the old trilogy.
Ah fuck, my hiccups returned.
I'm pretty sure that in the old trilogy we'd also had grape juice, at least at some point. Hold on. Phoenix writes grape juice. Somebody made a wiki for that, I'm sure, or something. Oh, here we go. It's grape juice in the Japanese version too. It's an inside joke because the director of Apollo Justice Attorney Investigations apparently really likes grape juice. Okay, interesting. I thought they really had another thingy, but whatever.
Don't fucking chuckle.
Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. It's a third party, therefore the voice can only have belonged to Dirk. Maybe it was a ghost. Although then we have something that could reveal the owner of the mystery voice. You know, I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. A cell phone. Key tie.
Maybe it was his own voice.
Where is the fucking cell phone? Did I just miss it? Fuck. Is there no cell phone? What the fuck? Oh, no, it's in the photo. Okay. That's my father's. I know this was hard for you, but could you please look at this photo? There's something here that can point us towards the identity of the voice. Something, dude.
A woman in the cell.
The woman in the cell. I think my snake voice is improving slightly again. Cell phone. Believe that the voice the minister heard was of a call on his cell phone. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. What's your eminence's view? Sure. Then it seems I must refine my vision. appears that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates. I suppose he was talking to one of them then. I don't know. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'll believe you have an insight to revise. I know, asshole. Though the voice was coming from the phone, that's good to know. There might have been other sounds coming from the phone. Sounds that could be clues.
If the
Taking a
seance
look-
gives you the final moments with all their senses, why does it not include the words the dead person heard?
'Cause video games. 'Cause that would make it too easy.
Objection!
Hate to break it to you, but you misinterpreted something again. What? It's not again though, because it's just a bird. You put on a brave face, but she feels more than Gillette's on. Let me rephrase that. What do you mean? Just saying you misinterpreted it isn't really harsh to me? I don't know, maybe that's another translation thingy, but whatever. Lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange? He claimed the call was with someone at the palace. But let me ask you, you keep lines there? No, but warbods. Little birdies and my pet frog. Wait, that giant one in the front of the minister's house is her pet? Besides, there aren't any lions in Crown. You don't even have any zoos. Rather a sad state of affairs, I'm afraid. Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. Lion's roar coming from the phone is actually for something hanging out in the bazaar. Not the cry of the warbot over in the bazaar. Ah! Benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me? Very well. I'll now attempt to further refine my vision. Wow. This. Just as I suspected, it was the call of a warbot. That means the subordinate administrator was talking to is in the bazaar, not the palace. Why is it important where the call came from? What significance could it have? He's right. It's important to know where the call was made from. Yes. Always important. It's actually very important, even. Knowing that the person on the other end was at the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot. But I can think of no other item that makes such a noise in the area. Good, Apollo, tell her. Diary, find a real source of that sound. Will do. I'm waiting. What was the true source of that
Of course,
explicit
it's
sound?
important. He had to slam the desk 3 times to get this.
Yes.
Take that!
What is that? Zombie Gates' statement. In it, he claims that Azar ball threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar. And yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding. Ah.
Objection!
And yet, a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. Yes, but it was found, like, extremely not at that place. Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Nor do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged. Nope. Wait a second. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been... No, it can't be. Oh, it can, and it is. Laugh came from none other than... the Joker who got a kick out of startling Albie with his dragon snot snaps. Happy-go-lucky Dazari Ball. What? Someone should really put a leash on that
True
guy.
C.
I sure think how one man can be the cause of so much trouble. Hey there, HAPW, y'all can thank me later. No one asked for your commentary, you asshole. No one so you need to revise your insight. It would appear so. Well, this changes everything. Let's go over the details very fast inside again. Okay. Think I got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency. Present first statement. Frame. Closing.
Objection!
Benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight. There is. He stated that the murder happened at around 3 p.m., which is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. Yeah, boy, here we go. It's again Albie's statement, which happened at 2.
Take that!
Albie or Gates' statement again? Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadu was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. 2 p.m.? That's right. 2 p.m., not 3 p.m. Are you suggesting... I think you know where I'm going with this.
You can
That's
do
his
this.
laugh, the cry of the
Sheila Booth
warband.
is cheering you on.
And the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to Albie's statement, we can put a definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than at 3, as we had originally thought. Dare I ask? Means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb. Yeah, but no, nothing makes sense anymore. How can this be? Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken? Oh cool, her fingernail is broke. Eh. Yeah, but nothing makes sense now. Like, absolutely nothing. Shut the fuck up! Out in defense, I must remind you that the figure of the accused is clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that? I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face. Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright, which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him. So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference?
It has
Wait,
to make sense.
2 o'clock?
You
That's
have
when
to turn your thinking away ways. Just do it.
my mother was performing the rite of channeling. Oh, Rafa. Palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. Don't tell me. We're the residents. It would have been virtually unguarded. Means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb. Vance, are you saying this is someone disguised as the accused? That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. That the face did not appear this time is mere happenstance. I appear such subterfuge would have been clear as day. Got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination seance would have tried to hide the face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is, why? Why? Apollo, maybe the killer could afford to be so bold. Because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision. What? Possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes, stand square in front of Inga. Precisely because they knew they could get away with it. How could anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it? Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world? We can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case, we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appear to him in life. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Anyway, I really don't think that's how that works. It's probably maybe more that you can't, like, keep a clear image of, like a clear memory of a person's face in your head. It's not like you fucking see faces blurred. That would be fucking... Anyway. Let's say the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder and could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. All offense, do you have anything to show to escort? Yep, we do. It's a statement to things I wrote down people's appearances.
Take that!
A notepad? Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room, and it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals, what kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics. And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer. How? The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him. What? I believe Mr. Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being and why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics. Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing a hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me. Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? He never wished for it to become public knowledge. But I suppose there's no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. Medical term for it is prosopagnosia. Let me look that up. Okay, here we go. The specific brain area usually associated with prosopagnosia
Let's see how
is
far the heuristic license on
the
this
fusiform
goes.
gyrus, which activates specifically in response to faces. The functionality of the fusiform gyrus allows most people to recognize faces in more detail than they do similarly complex inanimate objects. With those with prosopagnosia, the new method for recognizing faces depends on the less sensitive object recognition systems. Right hemisphere fusiform gyrus is more often involved in familiar face recognition than the left. Remains unclear whether the fusiform gyrus is only specific for the recognition of human faces or if it is also involved in highly trained visual stimuli. Okay, it can be acquired, and developmental. No therapies have been found. Okay. So it's more that you can't analyze bases in as much detail as as normal people can, but you can still like see things. It's not a blur. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So he was right. Memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedence for this. But, you know, I guess they needed to blur things because in anime you already have so few features anyway. The killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right, so there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination symbols and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, who knew about your husband's condition? Who knew? A small number of servants who tended to his needs, and me. Surely you're not about to insinuate that I committed this crime? Oh, no, not at all. Maybe. Quran has an alibi, remember? Alright. He was conducting rite of channeling. In that case... Your Eminence, does Nena know about Minister Inga's disorder? Of course she does. She's our head servant. So as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. And as the prince's personal attendant, she's familiar with the divination symbols. These two facts together don't make her a possible suspect. I don't know what would. When Inga was last seen alive, he claimed he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible for Rayfast saw him at 2:30. We did completely forget about that. Must be some mistake. So you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m. Yeah, Dirk answered it too. There's no other answer to this puzzle. No. Then the seance doesn't make any sense. Where did we go wrong? I don't think we're the problem. Just seem to be short on one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. Without that final puzzle piece, all our deductions fall apart. If Inga's sighting is the only actual anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit. Don't think outside the box then, right? Possible to see Inga walking around if he did. What if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead? Like a way to make people witness the living dead? Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life. Thank God this is video games though. Ah! Paula, did you just... did. Figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30, and I'll tell you how. Certainly hope you will, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Minister Inga, her benevolent saw was someone channeling him. Deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who is already dead could have been seen by her benevolence. Channeled, you say? That's right, and there are only 2 people capable of spirit channeling in Crayon, we think. Her Eminence Queen Garana and Maya Faith. It's possible that one of them was channeling the minister. Seems you're ever bent of making me party. Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30? Believe I completed the channeling rite and we're having tea with the king of the neighboring realm. There would have been many attendants there too. What doesn't she make him do? And that leaves only Maya. Yeah, it does. Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power towards nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her. That cannot be. And ending a scream that was probably from when he woke up from being called to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died. Ministering had probably leapt to his feet thinking he just had a nightmare. Then, realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead. Then, her benevolence really did see a dead man running. Using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit the crime? How can this be? The defense column is my fate to stand. Well, Your Eminence. No, you allow a new witness. It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. We'll know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my 5 arguments. Insult me all you want, bitch. You'll be eating those words when I expose the truth. And the truth is, it's not my affair at all. It is Nana. Anyway. Anyway, this is to be continued, so we're gonna save here, and I gotta go because we have guests, and I don't know how long that's gonna take, so I might be late for so I might not have so we might not be able to do TGIF if I can talk for a second. Anyway, depending on how things go, we might or might not have TGIF
Thanks
where we
for
finish
stream. Thanks for that, boss.
this. Anyway, see you guys next time, whenever that is. Bye-bye.